Welcome. Welcome to Unity in Harlem. Sunday service, October 2nd, 2022. We welcome you here to our service, and may you enjoy the service and leave the service enlightened. Have a blessed day.
I'm ready to receive all that's great and wonderful and my highest good, releasing and letting it go and having it all. Let's get back to Eden, Donald Lawrence. Everybody, come on, stand to your feet. Come on, let's really sing this song. Come on. When God made man, he made a spirit. It was his plan that we live blessed. The tempter came. We were distracted. The tempter came and we fell. We were deemed to live a life that's beautiful, a life that's full, a life that's rich and plentiful. It is my goal to remind you of this principle. We're redeemed, a newborn soul. Let's get back to Eden, live on top of the world. Let's get back to Eden, live on top of the world. Let's get back to Eden, live on top of the world. Let's go forward to Eden, live on top of the world. Well, now it's time. We change our thinking, know our design, and our Father's plan. Oh yes, it's time. We get back to kingdom. Now is the time to take our stand. We were deemed to live, 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 live. Living on top of the world. Live, live on top of the world. Live, 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 live on top of the world. Our family's blessed, finances blessed, our mind and spirit, and our body's blessed. We were tempted, and we fell. Jesus came, now all is well. Living on top of the world. All is well. Living on top of the world. Oh, let's walk forward to Eden, live on top of the world. Let's release to Eden, live on top of the world. Let's embrace our Eden, live on top of the world. Our family's blessed, finances blessed. We can take risks. Our body's healthy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Living on top of the world. Jesus came, now all is well. Living on top of the world. Living on top of the world. I'm living. Are you living on top of the world? Living life. Living on top of the world. Are you living on top of the world? It's in your thinking. Thank you so much.
Announcements for today, October 2nd, 2022. Unity in Harlem Zoom connection number is 698-428-2725. By phone, 929-205-6099. Passcode 77777. Fellowship immediately after Sunday service today. Tuesday study group meets from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The Universe is Calling by Eric Butterworth is the book that they're studying at the present time. Friday, Unity in Harlem Prayer Circle from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. 30-day spiritual fitness meditation. Every day, anytime, dial in 717-908-1837. Passcode 360392. Unity in Harlem Gospelgram for October 2022. Featured on Unity in Harlem Facebook. Anyone wanting to speak to the minister about a personal matter, feel free to call 646-481-1844. That's worth repeating. Anyone wanting to speak to the minister about a personal matter, feel free to call 646-481-1844. Next Sunday, in the flow of fall, Unity in Harlem new membership class begins October 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th. First class 1 p.m. directly after Zoom fellowship. Coming soon, new Unity in Harlem pastoral ministry training for prayer practitioners. Dates to be announced. Those are the announcements for today. Have a blessed day.
Isaiah 55 verse 11 says, "So shall my word be that goes out from my mouth. It shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose, and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it." Unity affirmations speak to the power of our words, and particularly the power of I am. And so we say this affirmation every Sunday to affirm our divine nature. The words are on the screen, and I invite you to say them with me. I am an abundant, radiating center of God's love and light for peace, healing, and inner truth for all.
The title of today's daily word reading is Kindness is the Language of My Heart. I set the intentions today to give from my heart, to show compassion and kindness to everyone I meet. I begin by being kind to myself. I take time for spiritual self-care and prioritize good nutrition, relaxation, and exercise. I am gentle with myself when I come up short, filling my self-talk with words of affirmation and compassion. Being kind to myself makes being kind to others easy and natural. I am patient and understanding, and I seek harmony and accord in my relationship. I let the small irritations go, remaining calm and pleasant. I look for ways to lighten the load of others and don't hesitate to offer a helping hand. My kindness helps create the kingdom of heaven on earth. Matthew 25, verse 35 says, "For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. Thank you.
Our thoughts, our prayers, it's where we first create, release, receive. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. Pray. Our thoughts are prayers, the tools that we create with. Our thoughts are prayers that spirit resonates with. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of mindfulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. Think. Our thoughts are prayers. We're always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness. I know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. I am that I am. Peace be still, and know that God is always there. Our thoughts are prayers, the tools that we create with. Our thoughts are prayers that spirit resonates with. Seek a higher consciousness. Seek a higher consciousness, I know God is always there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Marie, for our opening music and our preparation for meditation. And thank you to LeRoy for opening our service, our announcements, and Desmond Stevens for the reading of our daily word. The participation of others in the service contributes to it being a rich experience, hearing different voices, emphasizing different things. I too welcome everybody here this morning and bless you as we all share in a spiritual experience for this first Sunday in October. I would like to share that I had a nice conversation with Marian Gambardella. As you know, she moved to Florida in what I had thought was a spot on the East Coast of Florida, Delray, and really was not worried and did not think to contact her immediately. Our friend Ruby Green called me and asked had I heard anything, and I had shared that I thought, well, things probably was okay. She's on the East Coast. This is going up the West Coast. The storm was going up the West Coast, but I called, and she got back to me, and she is fine. Around her, however, is not so fine. It seems that the development did experience some, oh gosh, how can I explain it? Destruction because of the storm. And fortunately, she was on a lower level. Her apartment, nothing, unscathed and safe. She spent some time with her niece and nephew, and all is well with her. Of course, we hold in prayer that everyone, regardless of their circumstances, know that in truth all is well. She sends her love, and of course we send our love back to her. As LeRoy announced, membership class for anyone who is interested in joining begins next Sunday. And the first one will be at 1 o'clock after our service and fellowship at the Zoom number. If those who gather want to change the time, I'm open to that and we can discuss it. But for this first one, it will be at 1. Looking forward to welcoming anyone who will become a member of Unity in Harlem. I know all of you know the importance of members and membership. And those who are moved to membership, this is a valued step in the growth of commitment and honoring your spiritual path. Now, that is not to say that those who do not become members are not on their spiritual path, and every step they take is not valued. It all depends on where we are and what we see for ourselves, and we honor it all. So look forward to seeing those who will be here next Sunday. And for a number of weeks, a part of the announcement has been the beginning of training for prayer practitioners. And I think that I have shared with you that prayer practitioners are a part of the undergirding of the pastoral and ministerial care of a ministry. The very foundation. And because truth students, new thought, unity, approach to prayer is different than the traditional churches, training in how to speak affirmatively in prayer and understanding it is vital to the life and growth of a ministry. I have not ventured into this previous to now. One was because it was so extensive, the training, as I understood it. And we were a relatively small community. I didn't move in that direction. But then I got the opportunity to work with other ministers and how to develop a training for small ministries, which I jumped at and became involved in, as you know. So for the past couple of years, that's what I have been involved in, and it has been a wonderful experience. And I do hope what we have, the ministers and with myself, have put together will be useful in the future to other small ministries. As we have prepared the ministries, I have said, well, now maybe it's time for Unity in Harlem. And one of the issues that have always sort of stayed in the front of my mind, not the back, the front of my mind, is the issue of confidentiality, which is huge in prayer relationships, as you can well understand. And I've had many conversations about this with other ministers, and they too understand the challenge of confidentiality when people seek out prayer and share what is in their heart and going on in their life. I believe that this is more critical in small ministries, and our size especially. So I have decided that I will not do a training for prayer practitioners. However, I will do a training in affirmative prayer and practice. And in doing the training in affirmative prayer and practice, while it will require confidentiality, obviously, it will not take on the assigning of people to other people for prayer and the challenge of how long a person prays with someone is eliminated, and a few other things. It will be open to anyone who is active in Unity in Harlem and who is active in the Tuesday study groups. That's important because what we study undergirds our understanding and practice in affirmative prayer. I know I've taken a long time to share this, but I felt that you are deserving of a reasonably clear understanding. And I will be talking about it again and setting the dates which is another consideration. It will not be as long as the training for prayer practitioners. And so with that, let us prepare ourselves for relaxation, meditation, and entering into a prayer time. Become comfortable. Let nothing distract you. Have nothing in your hands. Close your eyes. Think only of your breathing. Follow the rhythm of breathing in and breathing out. Feel the rhythm. Allow the rhythm to settle you more into your seat. Let each breath relax you. Breathe in and breathe out. Let each inhalation and exhalation allow you to let go and let the spirit within you relax you. Let go, let God. Relax, be still. Feel the energy of the breath as it flows through your hands and fingers, your feet and toes. Breathe in deeply to each of them and exhale slowly. Breathe in deeply, exhale slowly. Breathe in deeply again and fill your lungs, pushing your stomach all the way out. And now exhale slowly, pushing the stomach all the way in. Again, breathe in slowly and deeply, filling your lungs. And exhale, pushing the stomach all the way in. And now breathe in deeply again. And hold the breath. Hold the breath for 5, Exhale slowly for 7 on your own. Again, breathe in deeply. Hold the breath. And then exhale slowly. You return to normal breathing, feeling relaxed, feeling quiet. Any thoughts that you may have that keep coming across the screen of your mind, gently set them aside for the moment and think only of breathing in and breathing out. I breathe in, I breathe out. Your only thought. And should they return, again, I breathe in, I breathe out. I breathe in, I breathe out. Breathe in and out to any place in your body that's uncomfortable. Send the breath of relaxation and simply say, peace, be still. Peace, be still. Peace, be still. In this quiet space, find yourself in a place of your own choosing. Let the place be beautiful. Let it be green. Let it be quiet. Let it be still. This is your place, your quiet place. In the quiet, affirm who and what you are. Affirm your spiritual identity. Affirm the love that created you, and you are that love. Affirm, I am love. I let love flow forth in words and deeds. I care. In all things, I care. I call forth the compassion within me. I release that compassion and let it flow to all those in pain, in anguish, in need. I am the compassion needed in the world today. I am harmony. Spirit sings its song through me. Spirit's melody of life, flowing strong and free. I say yes to being a harmony influence in word and deed. There is no confusion. I let go misunderstanding. I let go discontent. My own harmony. In my perfect place, my place, I am one with the one. The one source, the one power, the one presence. I am safe and secure. I am strong. I am capable. I begin my journey back. I leave, knowing my space is there all the time. I return feeling refreshed and renewed, open and receptive. I am alert. I am ready. In the name and in the nature of the Christ, these words are sent forth. Amen, and so it is. My friends, we have entered a new season of autumn. Autumn is also called fall, Fall. It is about the change in nature of tree leaves shedding their spring and summer colors to all the hues of brown, orange, maroon. A beautiful season of the year. It's always good to take these seasons of the year that we move through to become more aware of what the season is all about. And we understand it and enjoy it from a physical point of view, even a scientific point of view, natural science. But it's always the opportunity to take time to be more aware of what it can mean for our spiritual life, what it can mean to the thinking person. And as we watch the change and the colors fall to the ground, the lessons that can be learned can be wonderful. When we see these changes, one of the things that I'm always reminded of is how orderly the universe is. That it becomes dependable. You know it's coming. And it never changes. Now, how it may come, with what force it may come, it comes. And so we can expect it without fail. So there is this underlying orderliness that goes on year after year, season after season. So it's not separate from us. It is a part of who and what we are. We are part of who and what it is. So there is an orderliness within us as well. There is a comfort in knowing, regardless of what might be happening in your private life or in the life of the world, the changes that come and go that identify the seasons offer this stability to our lives that sometimes we forget to be thankful for. Today, we'll begin to think about this season of the year and the change in the colors. We will also think about the word fall, F-A-L-L, and perhaps allow the word to be identified in a broader, deeper way. Biblically speaking, the word fall had everything to do with Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Wouldn't you know? The allegory presupposes that Adam is living in an idyllic state of paradise, not just physically, but mentally as well. He is living as the creator, perfect. That's a lot to get our minds around, a lot for me to get my mind around. He is living perfect. In this state, he does not know negative or positive, right or wrong, good or bad. He simply is. The Creator simply is. In this perfect state of consciousness, he is challenged in much the same way another character of the Bible was. Job, another allegory that sets up a situation where it is proposed that the person in question, once experiencing hard times, will eventually, as it's written in the Bible, curse God and die. The situations are different in that Job is a practicing religious person, and step by step, hard times come to him that materialize. First, they are material, the hard times, and then his physical body is touched with disease. Adam, on the other hand, is challenged emotionally by his own sense desire. That sense desire represents the feminine dimension in him. Adam is confronted by Eve, and that's what she represents, to the point that he succumbs to the enticement of Eve's interest in eating from the tree of life. And so while we have two figures in the allegory, it's really one consciousness, one figure. That as long as a voice within him, an idea in this consciousness tells him, don't move in this direction or in that direction, stay as you are, things will be fine. But it didn't stay that way. The result that Adam and Eve now must live with is the incredible change from living in this paradise with all needs being met, all knowledge available to them, knowing right from wrong now, good from evil, pain and suffering. Going from a state of paradise to this state of awareness became known as the fall. The fall. Fall from what? Well, biblically speaking, it's the fall from this being just is. One, with an unawareness of the opposites. So, and this one is called God. So they fall from acceptance, love, forgiveness, feeling shame, guilt, and a host of other things. Without going into the theological and dogma that evolved into the religions of Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and others, it set the stage for mankind on an eternal quest to get accepted back, to be accepted by God, to feel to be is one. Returning now for a minute to the leaves naturally falling and accepting the next stage of their evolution is a message about how we define the fall for ourselves, whether physically or spiritually. Take the occasion to remember during this time just to watch the leaves. By and large, they fall gently. In the traditional church, Protestant church, when a Christian person experiences a fall, there is a name for it. It's called backsliding. When a person who has a challenge with drinking alcohol or drugs and returns to the addiction after a period of time, it is called relapse. Sometimes it's called a slip. In each case, the person is seeking to be accepted back into the circle of acceptance where they once were. They want to belong again, feel one again, without judgment. The unity definition of fall is, and I quote, a retrogression into the consciousness from the pristine Christ, the one, the is, the pristine Christ mind to the personal sense of the Adam mind, which includes the Eve, don't forget. We all start out perfect in paradise. In English, we all begin in the original state of perfection. I call it paradise, and then we take the fall. We take the fall and choose and decide which fruit we will eat from the tree of life. The tree of life, the tree of knowledge, Adam was cautioned about. In this context, the fall is necessary if we are to know good from evil, right from wrong, yes or no. Fillmore says it's a retrogression from what I call the paradise mind, the perfect mind, Christ's mind, to personal sense mind. This is the mind that put Adam in the spot where we find him, and also the spot where we find ourselves. We're always deciding what to do, what to take from that tree. During the Nixon administration, and we all know how that ended, more than one person ended up in prison from the highest levels of the tree of life. Remember, the tree of life, also called the tree of knowledge, can be used any way we want. It's our choice. Two individuals come to mind. One of them we occasionally see on TV. His name is John Dean, and his position was counsel to the president. The other was Charles Colson, special counsel to the president. Both men, deeply involved in the Watergate break-in and eventual cover-up, spent time in prison for their crimes. John Dean became the witness for the prosecution, and Charles Colson pleaded guilty to what he thought he was guilty of. Both men served relatively few months in prison. Both were disbarred. When Adam and Eve came to the realization that they were now open to the full knowledge of who and what they were on a human level, he was told he would spend his life living by the sweat of his brow. Eve would bear children in pain. As entities, as consciousness, Adam, Eve, Dean, and Colson all experience the consequences of the fall, demonstrated by their choice from the tree of knowledge, the tree of life. John Dean went on to become an investment banker and write books. He has become the exact opposite of the conservative he once was. The title of his book shows a progression in consciousness that has evolved. His very first book, Blind Ambition. Another, Lost Honor. Conservative without conscience. Broken government. Charles Colson, who died in 2012, was converted to Christianity and created Prison Fellowship International, now in 120 countries. Its purpose? Outreach to prisoners, ex-prisoners, and families. Prison rehabilitation and reform of the prison system. On the website are these words: every person is made in the image of God. No life is beyond its reach. They chose to eat of the tree materially and from sense desire. They experienced the fall. They fell, and not gently, in consciousness. And then they chose again from the tree, and we see their evolution. The word Adam means the first movement in mind, in its contact with life and substance, the beginning, realization in our mind, your mind, of life and in the context of what life is all about, the substance of life, the omnipresence of life. Eve representing the feminine aspect of the man. In the beginning, the sense desire part of life that gives in to one another. John means high intellectual understanding of truth without being quickened from the spirit from within. High intellectual understanding. We see that also in John the Baptist. And Charles, in this example, I say he represents everybody, every humankind. We all must take the fall. It is the fall of consciousness and our choice of the fruit in the tree of life. As we watch the leaves fall gently from the trees into their next existence, they are in the flow of fall. In the flow of fall, with no resistance, they just float down. You too can welcome the flow of fall. It is necessary, as we have seen with Adam, Eve, John, and Charles. It is necessary part of our growth in spiritual awareness and consciousness. We are not separated from the source when this happens, or have to earn our way back into the presence of the divine. No, we are divine originally. It is when we decide to eat of the tree of knowledge and use it contrary to who and what we truly are, then there may be problems. Let us fall gently. Let us release and let us go gently into the next awakening of our divine self. And not because we are afraid of not being accepted by the source, but because it is the divine order of things. Order of things. I recently had the experience of coming into a deeper awareness in a situation in my life, of holding on to an idea, a situation. When I experience allowing myself to fall gently, I could say from deep within myself, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. And how many of us know intellectually something may not be our fault, but we carry it. We carry a responsibility for it that's outsized, S-I-Z-E-D, outsized what it really is. And in being able to gently say, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Speaks to that depth within us that we sometimes hold on to, feeling separated. when there's no separation at all. It is the divine order of things. So it is for the leaves, so it is for you and me. Bless you. Let us turn our attention now to our prayer requests, our tithes, our offering. Centered in the stillness of the moment, we bring forth those things, those ideas, those situations what we may have carried over for short or long times where we feel we didn't simply measure up. We release and let go. We gently let it fall away. Letting it go. Letting ourselves know that all is well. There is no fault. There is only growth and understanding. Bring them all now to the center of our circle and allow ourselves to see them gently falling away. Let them be gone. And in their place, we see only light and love, harmony, compassion. And let us see ourselves surrounded in light and love. Fully divine, fully centered in the Christ mind that we are. And for all those that we may have carried thoughts of fault, They caused it. They too, like us, are full of the divine power of spirit. We release, we let go. We are all one, already accepted. We give thanks for this awareness and for this understanding. We say yes, we say amen. And now we think of the gift that we would share with one another and this ministry. We give thanks for the flow of abundance in our lives and our desire to give, for it is in giving that we receive. We share easily and comfortably, knowing our needs are being met and will always be met. We have all we need when we need it. And we see our gifts going forth to bless the world of this ministry and give thanks for all those who give. On the screen, there are the words that we say together every Sunday in Thanksgiving. I will say them first, and then you can join me and we'll say them together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. Shall we all know it together? Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. So be it.
Thank you so much, Carol, for that wonderful message. Let's all stand and sing or sit and sing or whatever you want to do. Use me. Oh God, I stand for you and here I'll abide. You show me all that I must do. Use me. Oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun. God is the sun, but God's so much more than the earth and the stars and all of creation. God is creator, all in all, freeing us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. All I'm saying is, command my hands. What must they do? Command my life. It's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new. And God has us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. All I'm saying is, command my hands. What must they do? Command my life. It's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new, and God has us to shine its light. Let's sing it again. God has us to shine its light, yeah. God frees us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Yeah, 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 yeah. God needs us. God has us. God's for us. We are all in all with God. Use me, use me. Be me, be me. I am that I am. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you, Carol. Reverend Carol Hunt. On fire as usual, with all kinds of things that we never even ever thought about ever before in a new way to put things together. Wow. My goodness. Thank you.
Thank you. So we are at the prayer of protection.
Yes.
And look for everyone to join us.
Okay. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. That's worth saying every day, isn't it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So our peace song.
All right. Sing the peace song, everybody. Sing it out to all the people who are coming back this week. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. You know, I thank God because all my family was spared during all this hurricane stuff. They're all in Florida. So thank God. A lot of them are in Florida, both sides of my family. Thank God. Thank God. Let there be peace on earth.
Yeah.